precisely 1:15. This is the news on Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News is edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Sabrina Zawahir. The headlines. Gas will be tested in ships from today. Concessions have been provided to 800,000 farmers to produce organic solid fertilizer. It has been stressed on the need of a national maritime policy. The government objective is to provide drinking water facilities for all. Azad Saleh acquitted from case filed over controversial remarks. A request to increase bus fares. And in world news, Delhi records worst air pollution in years. Now the local news in detail. State Minister Lasantha Alagiawana says that inspection will be carried out inside the ship from today before entering the imported gas to the port. The quality and standards of the gas will also be inspected. The gas cylinders issued to the market will also be tested. Meanwhile, the engineer of the Chemical Operation Faculty of the Morato University said that the relevant report of the investigation conducted on exploding and fire of gas has been handed over to the Consumer Affairs Authority yesterday. Chief of the faculty, Professor Shanta Walpola, said that the announcement in this regard will be released today. Several gas exploding incidents in the island have been reported yesterday as well. The Agrarian Development Department says that 45 billion rupees has been given to farmers for the solid organic fertilizer production. The funds has been provided for more than 647,000 hectares of paddy land. The fertilizer subsidy has been received by 800,000 farmers. A concession of 12,500 rupees will be given for a farmer on the solid organic fertilizer production. The farmers have produced more than 100,000 metric tons of fertilizer. The organic fertilizer producing activities are being carried out by several regional agrarian centres as well. Today is the 9th day of the committee stage budget debate. The vote on accounts on the ministries of ports and shipping and water supply and relevant state ministries will be taken up for debate today. Joining the debate, State Minister Sanat Nishanta said that the government objective is to provide drinking water facilities for all. Providing of water facilities has been increased up to 59.25%, and special attention has been provided to safeguard the water sources in the country. He also said in Parliament that several programs have been implemented to initiate short-term and long-term projects in this regard. Parliamentarian Tissata Nayaka said that speedy measures should be taken to develop eastern terminal of the port. A national maritime policy is needed for the country. This news is brought to you by Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus, the best option.
Continuing local news, Azad Saleh, the former governor of Western Province, has been acquitted by the Colombo High Court in the case filed against him over the controversial remarks made during a media briefing held last year. The order was given by High Court Judge Amal Ranaraja when the legal matter was taken up this morning. On March 16th, the Criminal Investigation Department arrested the leader of the National Unity Front and detained him under the provisions of the Prevention of Terrorism. The arrest was made with regard to several controversial remarks Saleh has made at a press conference inciting strife among religious groups. The Private Bus Owners Association has requested the government about the bus fare increase from the 1st of January. Chairman of the association, Gamanu Vijayaratna, said that the relevant proposal will be directed to the National Transport Commission and the Ministry of Transport next week. He also stated that the minimum fare should be at least 20 rupees. The Central Committee of Sri Lanka Freedom Party is scheduled to be convened today. The meeting, chaired by the party leader and former President Maithripala Sirisena, will commence at 5 p.m. at SLFP headquarters. Former Secretary of the party, Professor Rohan Lakshman Piyadasa, said that the focus of the meeting is expected to fall on the current political situation and several other issues. With that, we conclude the local news. The main news story follows.
In 200 meters, turn left.
This is not just my daily commute. I drive to power my nation's future.
Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus introduces specialized motor insurance for you who drive our nation forward. Choose tailor-made insurance solutions. Up to 75,000 rupees claim settlements within 3 working hours. Exclusive discounts through Motor Plus loyalty rewards. Easy and 0% interest payment plans.
Only from Sri Lanka Insurance.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Several parliamentary committee stage meetings are to be met in the coming weeks. Parliamentary Select Committee to identify regulation for voting and election amendments will meet today. Parliamentary Communication Division said that in addition, Advisory Council on the Ministries of State Service, Provincial Council and Local Government will also meet today. The meeting on the Advisory Council of Ministries of Power and Energy and Transport Affairs will meet tomorrow. The Advisory Council on Industries and Court Affairs will meet on 6th and 8th of this month. Meanwhile, the University Grants Commission Council have been convened to the COPE meeting on the 6th of this month. That was our main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
The police headquarters say that operational activities will be carried out continuously to inspect the adhering of health guidelines in the Western Province. More than 9,000 people, including three-wheeler drivers, cyclists, have been inspected. That came to you in Watchlight.
Please be aware on institutes, registration and accreditation when you are selecting vocational courses which leads to achieve your future career goals. Do not waste your valuable time and money. Confirm institutes, registration and accreditation by TVEC. For more information, visit nearest district divisional secretariat offices and meet career guidance practitioners or skill development officers. Message from Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Coming up, World News.
The headlines of the world news. Delhi records worst air pollution in years. The struggle to save Afghanistan's starving babies. US confirms first Omicron case. Now the world news in detail. India's capital, Delhi, recorded its worst November air in at least 6 years, according to official data. The city recorded 11 days of severe pollution, up from 10 days in November 2016. Data also showed that the residents of Delhi didn't experience even one good day of air quality through the month. Experts blame the burning of crop stubble in neighboring states and the festival of Diwali for the alarming levels of pollution in November. The numbers are the worst in Delhi has seen since 2015, when the Central Pollution Control Board started recording air quality data. Doctors in Afghanistan's crisis-hit hospitals, many of whom are now working without pay, spoke to the BBC about the country's deepening humanitarian crisis. The young woman was crying, begging the doctor to kill her and her baby. Dr. Nouri, an obstetrician in central Afghanistan, was about to deliver the baby by cesarean section when the mother broke down. "I don't know how I can stay alive," she said, according to Dr. Nouri. "So how can I give birth to another human being?" The women on Dr. Nouri's ward are so malnourished that they know they are unlikely to have enough breast milk to feed their children. Public health authorities in the US have reported their first case of the Omicron variant of the coronavirus. They confirmed the case in California. They say the individual is a traveler who returned to the US from South Africa. U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases Director Anthony Fauci said the genomic sequencing was conducted at the University of California at San Francisco, and the sequence was confirmed at the CDC as being consistent with the Omicron variant. Fauci says the individual returned to the U.S. last week and tested positive on Monday. With that, we conclude the world news. Prior to concluding the headlines of the world news once again, Delhi records worst air pollution in years. the struggle to save Afghanistan's starving babies. US confirms first Omicron case. With that, we conclude the world news.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take all out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Tanamalvila town will be developed. 20 million rupees has been allocated in this regard. This program will be implemented under the National Program to Develop 100 Towns. Under this program, weekly fare and road network in the area will also be developed. That was Development News.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Moving on with sports news.
Today is the fourth day of the second test between West Indies and Sri Lanka played in Galle International Stadium. In their second innings, Sri Lanka scored 151 runs for 4 wickets when the match halted for lunch today. Earlier, West Indies made 253 in their first innings. That was Sports News.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 co-sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U-Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Commercial Bank of Ceylon was presented the award for the best engaging overall cards base at the recent Payment Partner Performance Awards 2021 of Daraz, South Asia's premier online shopping marketplace. The bank was awarded this title for empowering the Daraz platform for generating the highest number of transactions by both credit and debit card bases and the highest number of unique buyers engagement during the financial year 2020 and 21. This is the second consecutive year that the bank was honored with this award. That ends Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 co-sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news. Courtesy of I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
The central bank says that headline inflation as measured by the year-on-year change in the Colombo Consumer Price Index increased to 9.9% in November 2021 from 7.6% in October 2021. Meanwhile, the CCPI measured on an annual average basis increased to 5.3% in November 2021 from 4.8% in October 2021. That ends Economic News.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
This is the weather report.
Finally, it's a look at the weather report. The Met Department says that showers or thunder showers will occur at few places in Sabaragamuwa, Central, Uva and Southern provinces and in Ampara and Batticaloa districts during the evening or night. A few showers are likely in the Northern province during the morning. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in Western, Uva, Central and Sabaragamuwa provinces during the morning. That was the weather report, and prior to concluding this bulletin of news, the headlines once again. Gas will be tested in ships from today. Concessions have been provided to 800,000 farmers to produce organic solid fertilizer. It has been stressed on the need of a national maritime policy. The government objective is to provide drinking water facilities for all. Azad Saleh acquitted from case filed over controversial remarks. A request to increase bus fares. With that, we conclude the news and